The suspect, who barricaded himself inside a Billings sporting goods store for 9 hours, is dead. The dangerous standoff included numerous rounds of gunfire, but no injuries to police. Here's the very latest. A suspect drove a vehicle into the front of Big Bear Sports Center early Saturday morning. The suspect fired shots inside the store, and when police arrived, officers fired their weapons.
We had random, intermittent gunshots from inside the store. They were of all caliber, small and large. We could tell from the sound.
The man barricaded himself inside the sporting goods store, and police called it SWAT team, as well as the negotiator on scene. More gunfire, flashbangs. The negotiations went on for 9 hours.
At one point, we thought that he was going to give himself up. He exited or started to exit from the east door next to PetSmart. He showed his hands initially, retreated into the building, and then the next thing we saw was a rifle barrel that was pointed in the direction of officers.
An officer fired at the suspect, driving him back into the store. Police continued to negotiate, and 30 minutes later, the suspect went back to the front door and then fired at officers. Police received visual confirmation of the suspect through security cameras inside the store.
We saw that he was not moving, and so after 30 minutes, we sent our robot in to double check. Previously, he had feigned that he was going to give up, so we didn't want to put anybody at risk. The robot went in, took an assessment, and then we sent our tactical team in with the sheriff's office to verify that the individual was indeed down, and then clear the rest of the store.
And now the investigation begins.
We have a crime scene here that we're going to deal with, so our detectives are going to be working through the entire store. I have no idea what our suspect did while he was in the store. Don't know what damage, if any. Obviously he had access to weapons and he used them, so he may have spent some time back in the gun section. These are all things that are going to come out in the investigation.
And part of that investigation, too, was what the suspect was doing prior to going to the store. A Walmart employee contacted us this afternoon saying he witnessed the suspect attempting to open a gun case in the store. He was told to leave by staff before he barreled into the front of Big Bear. Now, the employee said that the man appeared impaired. St. John says 7 officers discharged their weapons throughout the standoff that led to the suspect's death. This is what the scene looked like this evening. Police used city dump trucks to provide protection from possible stray bullets entering the busy King Avenue area. Businesses in the immediate area were closed, and some others further away decided to close their doors until the situation was resolved. St. John says, though, he was pleased with how officers handled the safety of the public.
When you have people shooting high-powered rifles and a propensity to do so, that the decision to close this area down was the right one. It was prudent. You see that we had trucks lining the front of Big Bear to prevent any rounds from going over. Once he came out that side door, that changed because we couldn't cover that. It's a very, very tragic deal, but handled very well, I thought.
It's unclear if Big Bear will be open for business tomorrow. It does look unlikely. The situation caused significant damage to the front entrance, including a ruptured water main and gas line. Again, the suspect has not been identified at this time. We'll continue to follow the story on air and online at ktvq.com as it develops.